I was muted. Good comms. I like looked over at my mic and I'm like, why was it glowing black? Or I guess not glowing at all, because when it's muted it doesn't glow, but yeah, I know. Alright, time to give the whole spiel again. This is day 57 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler rule. I'm gonna do LeetCode daily because I wanted to do the LeetCode daily on my own, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it on stream. Okay, we're caught up now. Luckily I was kind of just rambling. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, so what I was going to do today was, figure out handling uses and, like, def use chains for fees. But then last night after stream, after I got food, I was like, I could do this on my own. So then I did it on my own. It took like an hour to 1 or 2 hours, but that's all done, and after a little bit of debugging, I ended up, I guess, just fully completing the constant fold optimization, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I'm gonna review that real quick. I'm gonna pull request it, or I guess merge the pull request, and then I'll figure out what I want to do after this point. None of this seems particularly appealing to me at a glance, so I'm gonna need to figure out which of these I want to do, at least. Why is my keyboard... Wait. What is wrong with my... Oh no. Okay, my West term is not enjoying life right now. Let's just open a new one. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with this at least for a little bit. I think it might be something to do with Docker. Every time I start Docker up, something goes terribly wrong. So I imagine it has to do with Docker. Okay, let me just undox myself real quick. Okay. Okay, how do I nuke Docker? Can I, like, shut this down? Quit? Okay, perfect. Alright, we're back. Okay. We hate Docker. Docker is the best, worst software ever made. Anyways. Docker shenanigans aside, yeah, I guess we will get into the LeetCode daily, because that's always the thing. What the? Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's less people following along this time, if any, so I will probably just narrate out loud a little bit more. I did look at this problem, at least for a second. I read the title and I was like, okay, it's Potions Week. And that's kind of funny, I guess. Yesterday was successful pairs of spells and potions. Today is maximum amount of time to brew potions. Okay, so we're given 2 integer arrays, skill and mana. And wizards with some skill must brew that many potions. Okay. So this is like... Huh. Okay. How do we even calculate this? I feel like we could just math this out somehow. Okay, how does this work? Time taken on the Jathe potion is skill times mana. Okay. Must begin exactly when it arrives. So then, this is a little bit messy. Okay. So I guess we can like, I don't even know how to approach this problem, to be honest. As for int I, or int potion in mana, I guess. So for each potion, how do we even do this? Okay. So I guess we can like go back to front, sort of, iterating through, based on the time, I guess. Yeah, I guess. So how do we even visualize this? So 1, 5, 2, 4. So 1 plus 5 times 5 plus 2 times 5 plus 4 times 5. So then we need to account for the slowest one, I guess, I think, with a lack of a better way to describe it. So I guess we can start with 60 on Wizard 2. And then as long as this time is lower after, I guess. As long as that time's after, then we're fine. And then we can like diagonally propagate again. So then, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I think I kind of get this now. Okay, so let's give this a try. So we have long res. So this is 0. Okay. So we can reverse iterate through this, I guess. I also want like a long cur equals we want p times how do we even get this, I guess? Do we want to just accumulate? And then like, how do we propagate, I guess, is the question. I guess we only care about the earliest one that, right? Or, actually no, just the greatest time gap, right? So, okay. So let's get a vector int, and this will be our cur, I guess. Done time, I guess. We can do that. So then we can set this to just, yeah, we need to default initialize this one to something. Let's pre-alloc this with skill size, I guess. Yeah, so we want that, and then move this down here real quick for cleanliness. Each one in skill, we just pre-allocate the first row, I guess. Okay, so let's okay, let's do that. So for each one, done time at Or we can just push back, right? We don't even need to pre-allocate this. I'll push back. Right now, we should default initialize this, right? So skill 0. That should be long, right? So we want skill 0 times mana 0 for the initial time. And then we can go from there. So we want mana 0 regardless here. We want I equals 1 because we skipped first in skill. So we want to push back skill at I, or I minus 1 plus, or just skill I times mana 0 plus done time at I minus 1. So that makes sense. Cool. So that's the first row here. So we should change these as well. So we can iterate from 1 again, I guess, always. So this one we're iterating across mana. Yeah, so we want from 1 here because we've already done the first row. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do that. We could set these as const even, I think, just to, let's make things a little faster while we're at it. Okay. So we have current mana, and then, so then cur will have to be, what do we even do here? I'm struggling to reason through this problem. So we want done time regardless, and then I guess we can like iterate through this in a very strange way, I guess. How do we calculate this? So we can start working on this one at 5, technically. And then this one... Alright, let me just draw this out. I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot by not doing that. Okay, so the first one, 5, 1, 4, 2. So the first one, our start time is 0, 5, 30, 40, 60. Okay. So then this one we can theoretically start at 5. And then we can add 1 to that, so it should be done at 6. But that doesn't work, so we'd have to add the difference of these two here. So that'd be, this is turned to 30. So the difference between 30 and 6 is 24, so this is 29 and 30. The next one we add would be 40. So then so the next one's 40. So then 30 plus what? 4 times 1. So it's 34. So that should be fine. Right? Am I looking at the right rows? No, I'm not looking at the right rows. This is 1 times 5. So this is now 35. So then we need to add 5 to all, right? Wait. These should be the same. So we need to add, we do need to add 5 to all of these. So that becomes 35, 34, and then this becomes 40. And then the final one is, it has to be 60. So then, or it's done at 60. So 60 is the ceiling here. So we can just propagate this backwards in a easier fashion. So 60 is the ceiling for this time. And then, oh wait, we can just subtract, right? So the difference between these two. Okay, I see. This makes sense now. So then, so you need to subtract 20 from this, right? Is it 20? Is that the number? No, we just subtract. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one. Skill is the right one. So there's 60 here, so we subtract 2 from that. So this is 58. Okay, this is how we propagate properly, I think. I think this makes sense now. This is 58. This one's 53. This starts 52. Okay, so then we can calculate the next from this real quick. This will be 64. So what happens if this isn't the bounding factor? So we start 64 here. And then, yeah, okay. So we have 64 minus it's 2 times 4 is 8. So we have 56. So it'd have to be before that, so we can add 2 to all of these. 66, 58 is where we're at. Minus 20. So that gets us 38 here, which is not workable. So then we'd have to add, what? 5 is 43, 15? So that becomes 63, 73. And then this becomes, I can't do math. This is tough. Yeah, I think the algorithm at least works to some degree, so I'm gonna start implementing it now. Okay, so that means equals mana, or mana's mana size, I is greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Auto cur equal, or cur mana equals mana at I. So let's get that, and then we can iterate backwards through this thing again. So we have to start from, what is the size here? It's at least 1. What are we doing today? I don't know yet. I'll figure it out after after I had finished this leetcode problem, but it's low-key kind of kicking my face in. So we can just handle the one case differently, I think is also what we could do. Good to see our progress, thank you. I appreciate it. This problem is very anti-progress though. So we have that minus, or this should also be -1. So it should be -2 as well. Do you do this to stay sharp on coding? Yes, because I still have to get through interviews for better or for worse. So we can do that. And then, how do we go from here? Okay, so we go from the algorithm. So then, cur equals done time at j plus 1. Yeah, so we can do that. And then minus skill at j. Right. Yeah, so that one we get. Oh wait, no. Right, so we get the current one first. We should also keep track of cur. So we want this at skill size -1. So we want that, and that gives us this back element that we can copy at least. Okay, so we have that. So then what do we do here with cur? Okay, so if cur is what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Let's see. This problem is like really annoying to reason about. I don't know why. This time synchronization thing is really annoying though, I will say. leetcode ain't teaching you a compiler? Yeah, that's how it be. Man, what actually am I doing here? Okay, okay, let me think about this. So we have the number here now. If this is, let's go back in time. This is 64. Let's go, Daddy. Okay, so if this is less than, okay, so if this is less than, okay, at done time at j. Or we can even, here we can back, right? So that then, So we can just make an auto diff equals 0. Oh, but we have to keep track of everything. God damn it. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about this problem enough to spend like another hour just finishing this problem. So we're just going to look at the editorial. O of n? Really? Okay, wait. I did not think about it like this. Starting from index I in array energy. There's an energy array? Which one is energy? Surely it's mana. Transfer to I plus k. So I plus k, I plus 2k. Wait, what? Wait. So I minus k. This doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so they put the wrong solution, which is really funny. That is incredible. Who wrote this? Actually, let's see what the people commenting are saying. These are pretty good. Okay, let's see. We're done. This is like basically what I'm doing. Oh, this makes sense actually. Okay, I'm definitely overcomplicating it then, is what I'm getting. Okay, so what is happening here? Breach potion. It's the max of... Okay, I guess that makes sense. Let's give this a shot. Let's give this a rewrite. Okay. So we want a vector of long res equal. So this should be mana or skill size plus 1. Sized. So each in mana size. Okay, so then... Okay, so we update the time. Okay. So this has to be just like... Just has to be like IJ complexity, right? I guess that makes sense. That seems like a reasonable lower bound on the time at least. Okay, well, sure. So let's... Okay, so then we can... So we calculate the times downwards. And then... Or wait, no, we calculate it upwards actually. Because we start at 0, so that's fine. So then res at I plus 1. This is the gotcha. Okay, wait. This makes sense. So we want the maximum time between the time it gets for the previous potion to get to where it's at, and the time it's first available, right? So I'm gonna pull up Paint.net again to diagram this. So how do I even diagram this actually? This doesn't really reason well. Yeah, so we have a timeline here. For this one, let's say we receive the potion at this time here. And we take this long to process that. And then the next potion, let's assume, started processing from like this point. So this purple length, so blue is like cur. And then purple is like prev, I guess. So the only time we can start processing right now is at the maximum of these two, because if this also extended out here, then we'd have to set the time here. So that means we'd have to synchronize in some way. Yeah. So then we'd have to take the maximum of these two. Okay, so we want to take the maximum of those as the start time. So res I and res I plus 1. And then we want to add the next time. So we want skill at... Or wait, we need another loop here. Yeah, so we can paste that here. We do this, and then j equals skill, or s equals skill size. Let's just make this a little faster. Okay, so we can do that. So we want to add skill at skill at j times mana at I. Okay, so then that goes up the timeline, and then we need to sync the actual times back down. So we need to repeat this loop, but in the opposite direction, I guess. So I spelled skill wrong. So s minus 1 should be greater than equal to 0, and then minus minus. So then res at, this should be j. Okay, so res at j is res at j plus 1 minus skill at j times mana at I. Okay, so that should iterate through everything. Return res at res end just deref it. Oh wait, res back. There we go. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, that's enough time wasted on that problem. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's okay. So we can go back to this pile. Think fuck. Bye bye leetcode. Enough of that. Enough of that nonsense. Okay. So as I said earlier in the stream, the plan for today was originally gonna just be implementing def use chains for fees because I forgot to do that the first time around and I ran out of time last time. And then I got food and I was like, wait a second, I could just crank this out. And then after 1.5 hours, I implemented it. I debugged my implementation of constant folding and it all managed to work. So let me just demo this real quick. This is not where I want to be. Let's also not leak any keys while I'm at it. That's what it's called. Okay, so if we make, oh, we have to rebuild that? What did I change in the parser? Okay, anyway. So, let me just open this up. We have a new set of tests in here that I added. It is fittingly named inst combine passes. It has a couple of tests. The first one is just a big pile of things that we can continuously fold with the fixed point algorithm. Yeah, so that should just fold down to one return. The second one here is that it should fold this properly and handle the overflow properly in one direction, and then this one is the same in the other direction. It's pretty straightforward, at least. Nothing too difficult, at least. We don't really have a good way to write a negative test for this yet, so I'm gonna wait on that one, but that might be like once I add function parameters, I think. Or actually, I think I have a pretty good way of... nah, this should be fine. Yeah, so if I make test, this one passes all the tests. Just so I don't have to like vomit out output every time, I'll just show the test result files. This is the AST. Notice that the number here is kind of funny because it's stored differently. Same here. And then this is the generated IR, and then if we optimize it, the cool thing that happens is that it is just a unconditional branch followed by a return, and this gets cleaned up by simplify CFG, but I'm not running it here in this test because it's just mem to ret. So let me back up for a second. The passes run on this test are just mem to reg and inst combine. Ideally, I would have liked to not have to run mem to reg at all, but I don't have a way to just directly parse IR yet, and we need like actual values to combine with inst combine, so I can't really do anything without mem to reg, unfortunately. So mem to reg is a necessary prerequisite for this sort of test, but it works splendidly if you saw the output. Yeah, it goes from that mess down to just literally a couple of returns, which is really cool. Yeah, so that works as intended. And that's kind of the only thing here. Oh yeah, my parser was parsing negatives wrong, so I fixed that bug as well, which is kind of funny. But yeah, let's give this a pull request real quick. Where the heck I am? Okay. We have 2 branches. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, this is a branch. Yes. Okay, let's give this a pull request. It's a draft PR. Let's edit this real quick. Implement constant folding. And fix some parser things to properly handle I32s because I made really dumb design decisions. Okay, it's ready for review. Let's do an incredibly thorough code review now. Files changed. Wow, so many files. Wow, looks good to me. Okay, anyway. Let's... conflicts. Oh no. Okay, how do I even... rebase, merge... This is annoying. Okay. Branch terminated, rebase onto main. Updated, yeah. Okay, how do I even... Okay, let's do this. Let's do this mess. Okay. So we've already updated main. Check this out. Git rebase main. Oh boy. Okay. All right, where the hell do I go here? Middle line, transform, mem to reg. Okay. What the fuck am I doing with my life? I can't. Okay, let's. All good. Yeah, let's make the changes. Yeah, well, we have these two already. You can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, we can get rid of that. We have one more mess here. I could just avoid this altogether, honestly. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Yeah, let's get rid of these. Clean that up. This is too much work. Let's just... Yeah, let's just merge. Let's just merge normally like a normal person would. This is too much work. We're just gonna... Can I squash and merge? So I'd like to have this nice history here. Still at it 2 weeks from now, your next week, learning assembly in university? Yeah, you got it. I'm sure you got it. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's just kind of abstract and a little bit hard to reason about. But it's no different than just like looking at someone's really blown up C code, for instance. So I think you can do it. There's just like some other random stuff here, like the LEA instruction. But yeah, should be a good time. Yeah, let's just merge this. I don't care enough. All right. Oh boy. All right, let's go here. This should work, hopefully. This is the first merge that I have, unfortunately. So it looks really ugly, but oh well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. I think from here I've done enough rebasing for a lifetime. So I think yeah, I've done enough rebasing for a lifetime, so I think from here I will just use normal merges, which is fine. Yeah, we'll have a good time here. But yeah, anyways. Let's pull that. So now we've done that review thing. What do I want to do now? There's so many things here that aren't very appealing. These two I'm waiting on expression parsing for. Iterators seem very annoying. Yeah, of course, 360. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. Yeah, iterators I don't want to do because I'm quite lazy. These two optimizations feel a little bit silly to do right now because we don't have anything that, I guess, create the missed optimization opportunity. And I guess in a sense that also relies on proper expression parsing, which is really funny because I don't want to touch the parser right now. Which means there's only one direction to move. Or there's two directions that can move from here. Most of the front end stuff is gated. I can either add more passes to the middle end, or I could start messing with code gen. And I think the middle end stuff is also a little bit limited in complexity right now, simply because the stuff we have is a little bit basic at least. What's good, Ishtushi? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but I'm probably gonna start planning the backend now, which is very annoying to me because I've not wanted to do that for a while. This one's fine. We've started this. I think we've started this. What else have we done? We've said no to this one. Implement more types. Let me zoom out one level so I can read more of this. Most of this seems pretty reasonable, all a little bit annoying. I think params comes at the top because that will affect a lot of stuff. And that will also, I guess, reduce opportunities for constant folding. I also want to look at loop optimizations at some point, but that seems a little bit messy for now, and I need to learn a little bit more at that point. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty good pile for now at least. So we're gonna have to start thinking about the back end, of course. Yeah. It's a very substantial to-do list. Very little of it I immediately want to do because it's very, very annoying. This is actually something I should add real quick. Just like some basic opt levels to the CLI at least. So I might do that right now actually. Okay, let's give this a try. And this will also reduce the amount of work I need to do on just like other parts of the compiler. So yeah, let's give this a try. What is happening here? Westterm, hello, wake up. Okay. How do I clear branches real quick? Git prune branches. What the heck is this? What do you mean? I guess like the project or like what I'm doing right now? Or just like... Yeah, that's a bit of a vague question. I guess I'm building a compiler from C to x86 is the ultimate goal. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if I assume you know what a compiler is, I am using C++ to write a compiler from C to x86-64. And along the way, I plan on re-implementing a lot of like modern LLVM architecture at least. Yeah, this is kind of just a infinity project, so yeah. Merged. Okay, how do we prune branches? Okay, fetch, prune. Alright. Let's see. Okay, branch R? Okay. Let's just steal this line. Let's do big D delete. There we go. I don't know what that is, but I sure know a little bit of C++, just a beginner. Okay, fair enough. What is happening? Okay, we cleaned up the branches. Let's get rid of prune real quick. Okay. Yeah, so what a compiler is it's the, if you're familiar with like, if you've written like any sort of C++ or C code, you've had to run like GCC or Clang. LLVM is the big compiler toolkit, or I guess like code analysis toolkit that I guess is used to build a lot of tools, including Clang, and I plan on re-implementing a lot of it from scratch. I've already done a little bit of the work, at least. I guess the way I'm structuring this already alludes to that. Yeah, so like the middle end has like a pass manager, and that runs passes, and those are like optimizations and or code analyses. And yeah, that's like the short version at least. Let me check if one of my grades is out real quick because I'm curious. It's not out. Okay, neat. Great. Wonderful. Okay. Get branch. Let's make a branch. What do we want to call this? Initial opt levels. Okay. So let's go to driver. I guess we can just keep adding to this mono file. Okay. So how do we even want to parse opt at least? Okay, let's just add more else if to this. Okay. So O0 for now. I guess like LLVM opt levels. For now, I think we only care about O0 and O1, at least. Yeah. Okay, let's start with O1, I think. That might be fair. Actually, let's... String starts with... Oh, wait, this just is a thing? Okay. Okay, that's very helpful. Okay. C++ C string starts with... Is there a better way to do this? Okay. So it doesn't start with a dash, then that's not valid, period. So if arg1 is string view, yeah. Does string view work on raw C strings though? Because this is just a char star argy for whatever reason. We can just do this the lazy way here. Okay, it does work? Okay. Oh, neat. Okay. Okay, I should probably learn more about string views actually. That would be pretty smart. That might be a evening reading activity though. Okay. So let's do string view. So we want maybe I should just straight up make a... Is it faster just to compare the string view in general here, or does that matter? Okay, how do we make a string view? Do I have a std string? Wait, I might actually just... Okay, I might actually just be a bit of a bot. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna use the std string. Okay, all good. My fault, guys. That's definitely one of the experiences of all time. Whoa. Okay, well, let's do starts with. Yeah, this shouldn't work. This really shouldn't be working. Actually, why does this work? I mean, it's been running so far, so for some reason this is working. What? So that's a char star. Okay, so it works for like all the wrong reasons is what I'm getting from this. Like this all makes sense, but like in a scary way. Wait, this works for all the wrong reasons. Okay, well. Alright, that's not ideal, actually. Okay, what if we just make it not a reference? Is this slow? I don't know, it's a fucking command line parser. I don't think speed matters here, to be honest. Like, fuck this shit. Yeah, we're just gonna do it like this. It's so funny. It's so funny that this is what we've come to. Yeah, I guess string has no copy, string does. Yeah, that roughly makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I guess this string is kind of just turning it into a vector, which makes sense. Whereas string view is like string view, I guess. Okay. Well, anyway. I think this code is quite cursed in some way. I was definitely less smart as a programmer when I first wrote that, so it's pretty funny that it's lasted this long. Okay. So we have this. Yeah, we're just gonna make a mess here, I guess. Yeah, we can just do that. So if it's 0. How do we want to handle this? Do we want to just like add the passes at the top? I guess I should do it like this, yeah. Because we might also be adding arbitrary passes. Ooh, actually, we could do this in an interesting way. Yeah, we can just handle op levels with like fall through, which is probably a really stupid idea, but like, we'll see what happens at least. Yeah, so we can put these here. Yeah, okay. What's wrong here? Yeah, okay. I guess we're not using the string view, which is fine. Okay. Also, the other thing I'm thinking about is like pass order. So maybe we don't actually handle this like a follow through, or a fall through at least. Yeah, let's just do it like this for now. This seems more maintainable, even if duplicative. I could also just make like a helper, which is like 01, and then we pass in like PM. Or we could even just do this in the, I don't know. I'll think of a better way to do this eventually. What should the default op level be anyway? We can just do it like this for now. I think it's fine. Yeah, let's... Maybe we could make it in the pass manager. I guess we could like throw this in here, design-wise. Yeah, we could do like... we could throw in like op levels here. But also, do we like, would that cause a circular dependency thing? This imports pass. Or at least one of these would, right? Because it registers. Right? Is it inst combine? Mem to reg might. Huh. Oh, I guess it doesn't actually. Okay, well, maybe we do throw it in there then. That might be nice. But also, why? So we can let's just keep it here for now. Yeah. Okay. I'm not great at designing things. So let's try this out. Or I should add a default actually. That. Let's throw it in. Let's give it just our back. Do that. Listed handle. Yeah, okay. We don't really need a return one here, I think is fine. Okay, let's rebuild it. Everything should be fine. Mostly, hopefully. I think I have some random test up here somewhere. Yeah, okay. Let's do this with like... Okay. So it's empty. So default is 0. Dash 01 is optimized. Okay. 0 does nothing. Okay. Maybe I should actually separate this out now that I think about it. If we're gonna be like making different things. Maybe I'll just make like a opt level thing. Where do I put this though? Maybe just up here. No, I should separate it out. Right. I might just put in pass manager. Yeah, it seems it's just the pass manager creation or like a factory. Not factory. Is it a factory? I guess just a factory function. So that might make sense at least. Yeah, let's throw it in here. Yeah, so let's do pass manager create O0. Oh, this needs to come after. Whoops. We can do O1. I think that's good for now. I guess make O1? What do I even name this? This is like what I spend most of my time doing. And like, I know it's stupid to spend a long time on names, but also like, I feel like the one thing most people compliment my code on for some reason is just like how readable it is. So I kind of have an incentive to keep going. This name has gotten longer. Yeah, we can just do it like that. Do these need to be static? They might need to be static. Okay, we can do that. We can start with that. Okay, we need to steal these. That's fine. Here we need to, we don't need to include anything new actually. Need to throw that in there. Okay. 0 should be PM equals initialize O0. It's internal linkage, but is not defined. Okay. So I guess it can't be static. That's fair enough. Okay. Let's do that. And we can throw this up here. This can be initialized O1. Huh? Oh, I can't spell. Damn it. Okay, yippee. We fixed it. Yeah, so it should be initialized O1 by default, I think. Okay. So then the rest of this I think is reasonable. Let's make. Let's run it. Okay, calls with full opt. O0 has no opt. Okay, cool. also make test. Just occurred that would be important. Okay. Okay. Add O0 and O1. Let's add a dash to be pretty. Okay. So switch back to main. I'm gonna pull request this, and I think I'm gonna call it a stream. Yeah, I'm quite tired, so yeah, let's get this pull requested. Let's do that. I can just ready for review it. No conflicts. Whoa, okay. Oh, damn it. Okay, we can rebase this at least. Yeah. So we can even check this off the list now. Sort of. And then we can change that to more, which is pretty funny. But yeah, while this builds, I think I'm gonna start wrapping up the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Today's a little bit of a shorter stream at a little bit more of an awkward hour, but I'm still glad that y'all are here and still kicking. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to my channel and like the stream. It helps out a lot with the algorithm. And while you're at it, make sure you join my Discord in the description. That's the best place to get pinged when I go live, and yeah, get pinged when I go live and chat with me in the broader community outside of stream hours. And of course, you should add me on GitHub, and you should connect with me on LinkedIn to stay up to date with what I am doing. Yeah, it looks like I can merge, so let's rebase. Yeah, we can delete branch, call it a day. Yeah, let me see if Aiden's streaming real quick. If he's still streaming, y'all should definitely check his stream out. It looks like he's streaming. Yeah, let's go to his stream, give him some support. Yeah, I'll see you all there. Have a wonderful day, and let's show him all the support that he deserves.